All right, if you're thinking about getting a digital food nutritional scale that integrates with your phone and you're wondering about these two RENPHO scales and what the difference is, this is the right video for you. Today, I'm going to give you a full unboxing, a full comparison, analysis of its features, and I'm also going to test them with calibrated weights just to make sure that they're accurate. I did receive these as a gift from the brand on the condition that I provide a fair, unbiased review of my own experience. Stick around because you might be surprised about how well these do. All right, let's take a look at this first one. This is a white, I think, glass countertop scale. I believe it also comes in black. And then I'll go ahead and do the stainless steel one here in a minute. Okay, so it comes with an instruction manual. And then we have the scale itself wrapped up pretty nicely. Looks like it includes batteries. Let's go ahead and pull that. Okay, looks pretty good. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is connect the nutrition scale to the RENPHO Health app. The RENPHO Health app is fully integrated with all kinds of devices from RENPHO, including full body composition scales, tape measures, and nutritional scales. So let's go ahead and connect that. All right, super simple. I'm just going to turn it all on. Looks like there's a lot of things that this is tracking. Let's go ahead and active energy, turn it all on, allow. All right, so let's go ahead and add some food and see what happens here. Let's go ahead and add this bowl first and see how the tare function works. All right, so then you can press this tare function to zero it out. So there it is, zeroed out. And now I'm going to add my favorite snack, shrimp crackers. All right. So looks to be working properly. Let's go ahead and change the unit to grams. So it looks like milliliters, ounces, and grams. So this is 10 grams. So we're going to now remove this, and then we're going to add the bowl back. And this is a 10-gram weight. As you can see, it says 10G there. Okay, looks pretty accurate. Let's go ahead and zero this out again. And we're going to try 100 grams. Okay, that looks good. And then let's try one more, 20 grams. Okay, let's see if it can actually handle 1 gram. There we go. Oh, wow, that is impressive. The mini scales, oh, you know what? It is fluctuating a little bit, so it's not quite sure. It is just 1 gram. It's kind of tiny, but that's pretty good that it registers because there are multiple other digital scales I've tried that don't even register 1 gram after putting the 1 gram weight on there. Okay, so now let's go ahead and measure the food and see how it integrates with the app. Okay, so we got the shrimp chips back in there. Let's go ahead and add the food. Add food. Let's see, crackers. So we got crackers. All right, we're going to add that 10 grams. So it registers 10 grams. Good to go. We have it in grams. We also have snack. You can also determine if it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. If you did want to change the unit of measure, you could also do that. So for example, if I click on ounce, it's going to change in ounces here right on the scale. So it is integrated and connected. And then so this is going to be a snack, and I'm going to do this in grams and then confirm. Now I can see how many calories I have intaked as far as my snack for the day. Now this will also show up on my calorie intake calendar. It shows how many carbs, proteins, fat, things like that, and it gives you an estimate based off of the type of snack or food that you are entering. You can also measure your drinks and what type of coffee that you're having. So there's a lot of different types of functionality here. Now you can also turn on the device timeout. So if you don't want your screen to just drain the battery, you can turn out the timeout so that it can save and conserve that energy. All right, now let's go ahead and unbox the Calibra 1 RENPHO. This is the stainless steel one. And I'm curious whether this has different features or different hardware, but we're going to take a look at the unboxing and then also take the same measurements and tests just to see and make sure. All right, so let's go ahead and remove the little tab to activate it. Let's go ahead and test out the weights first. So we're going to change the unit. So grams, 100 grams, that is accurate. Okay. Let's go ahead and try this one. This is 20. Okay. And then let's do the big test, which is 1 gram. Nope. Not even registering 1 gram. Okay. Let's see if it can do 2 grams. Oh, wow. Look at that. Let me just do a quick reset just to make sure that everything is good. Okay. Let's try one more time. Okay. Looks like it was like a little issue with the tare. So that is 1 gram. Pretty consistent. Okay. Okay. So for the 2 grams, it's not quite measuring. Let's see what happens when I add this one. Okay, with a 2 and 1, it does measure up to 3 grams, which is accurate. Let's try one more time here. Let's try 1. Yeah, so it doesn't quite hit the 1 gram either. I think we had a better result from the first scale. Let me go ahead and bring that from comparison. Let's test this out with 1 gram. Okay, not really registering. Let's go ahead and try 2 grams. All right, so both of them, very similar results. It's like they're not picking up the 1 gram. And then when I do add 2 grams, it doesn't quite register in some cases. And it's registering 3 here. So I'd say it's a little bit inaccurate when you get to that granular level. Both of them are fairly inconsistent. But when we do have a 10 gram here, it does register as 10 grams here and 10 here. I'm going to get one for 5 gram and also test that. Okay, so this one's 5 grams. Let's see if it can handle that metric. So 5, that's pretty good. 5 as well. Okay, so it can handle weights up to 5 grams, but when it gets to only about 2, it's hit or miss. Sometimes it'll register, sometimes it won't. Let's say over here. So this is registering at 3. So it seems like anything under 3 grams, you may get a miss as far as 1 or 2 grams off. But once you start going up to 5 grams and above, it is very accurate. All right, so let's try the tare function on this stainless steel one. Let's go ahead and push that. Okay, let's go add 10 grams of crackers. It looks pretty good. Tare function is working properly. And I actually kind of like the buttons on the face of the scale. This is more aesthetically pleasing, but it is a little challenging to get to these buttons down here. You kind of have to like reach down, and then there's a little slight delay while it does the tare function. So that is something to keep in mind. If you don't like the buttons down here, this has the buttons right on the scale. All right, let's go ahead and connect the new device. Okay, well, let's take a look at this. There are 2 devices here, and they look exactly the same, so that might be a little challenging. Let's go back. Oh, here we go. Discover new device, connect. All right, we can see that it has connected. There's a Bluetooth icon right over here, and we are good to go. Let's go ahead and test this out. All right, so it does look like it is registering just the same. Let's go ahead and test out some of these here. So if I wanted to add food for this, let's go ahead and add food. And let's just going to say it's 100 grams of salmon. And then we are going to say this is for lunch. Okay, so it's registering as 100 grams. We have the cholesterol, we have the sodium, potassium. It tells you everything on what its assumption is as far as salmon and how many calories that you're intaking as far as 100 grams right there. So you can save that. Let's try one more. Let's say 100 grams of crackers. Confirm. Okay, let's try searching for something different. Let's go ahead and do avocados. And so if you enter in a new food type for the first time, it will give you a breakdown of what it looks like. But once you've added it, it won't give you that same breakdown on this screen. But you can if you kind of like double click into it on the other screen. Another cool thing that I've noticed here is that you can add a heart icon to your favorites. So you can favorite that. And then I'm going to save this. And then in the future, you can check your favorites over here. You can also check out custom food, and you can add custom food here as well. And then just kind of tailor exactly how many calories, carbs, and so forth, so that you can have a specific like smoothie, for example. So you can enter in all of this information to your liking here. All right, so overall, I don't see too many differences. The accuracies are fairly on par and equal to each other. It's not quite as accurate once it gets to 1 to 2 grams, but it is pretty good once it hits to 5 grams. The only main difference is kind of the aesthetics and the sizing of it. As you can see, this glass one is a little bit smaller than this, which does account for the fact that there's a giant monitor right over here. And so this is probably the measuring part of it versus this whole thing can measure whatever you need to. The buttons here are on the side. As far as thickness level, you can tell that this white one is a little bit, just a little bit thinner compared to this metallic stainless steel one. As far as maximum weight, they are both 11 pounds. So both of them are D equals 1G, which means it can display accuracy level up to 1 gram. So it's not gonna give you like 1.5 gram, for example. So if you're looking for a food scale that gives you that granularity, these might not be the right choice for you. Overall though, this is really nice. It integrates with my app. You can keep track of all of your food, and it has all the tare functions that you would normally see. I love that it combines with the RENPHO body composition scale as well. So it can track all of that, including your food, and connect and integrate with apps such as MyFitnessPal. So that is pretty neat. I'm loving this, and I hope you all found this helpful. Thanks for watching.